Good morning and welcome to Fox 29's News Now on this Tuesday morning. We're going to get started with what we'll all be watching today, the general elections. One race that we'll be watching tonight is, of course, the race for mayor of Philadelphia. Democrat Jim Kenney is expected to win a second term over Republican Billy Sangliani, who is hoping to unseat him. There are also city council races in Philly. Voters in Pennsylvania suburbs will also cast ballots today in district attorney races. There are DA races in Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery counties. There are also Board of Commissioner seats up for grabs in those counties. Meanwhile, over in New Jersey, voters will head to the polls. All 80 state assembly seats are up for grabs there. And as for voting hours, New Jersey polls are open from 6 a.m. today until 8 this evening. Pennsylvania polls have been open since 7 a.m. and also close at 8. So if you are in line by 8, you are allowed to vote. For more election coverage, go to fox29.com to help you find your polling place. Also in voting news, in Bucks County, residents are getting strange letters in the mail showing their neighbors' voting records. These letters were sent to homes in Yardley, Doylestown, and Newtown, saying summons on it, but contained a letter that revealed voting records of both the recipient and their neighbors. It says, quote, "What if your neighbors knew whether or not you voted?" The letter goes on to give names and addresses of voters, as well as a letter grade A through F on their voter turnout.
It's like a threat. That's what you feel like when I read this. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here.
The letter was sent out by an organization called the Bucks County Turnout Commission. Fox 29 spoke to the Bucks County Election Board, which said they are in no way affiliated with them, but added that the information is, in fact, open to the public. Also in local news this morning, in Chester County, a woman is accused of faking cancer and collecting a total of $8,000 in donations through a GoFundMe page. Police say Jessica Smith of Chester Springs started donation pages to help with her so-called medical bills for colorectal cancer. The problem? Police say she wasn't sick at all. An acquaintance first reported Smith in June. A month later, police say her alleged husband came in saying she didn't have cancer and was covered under his insurance. And as if it couldn't get any worse, police say she also called out from work saying her father died, but officers confirmed he is very much still alive. Smith is facing several charges now, including theft by deception. Also in local news this morning, in Chester County, video showing a controversial arrest over the weekend. The video shows two Westchester police officers surrounding a man near a police cruiser. The man is then seen dropping to the street when an officer punches him. The man is then put into handcuffs. It happened outside Barnaby's Restaurant and Pub on South High Street. And according to the mayor and a source who spoke to people at the scene, the man appeared to be intoxicated and was not allowed inside.
What did you think of it?
Well, I do think that when you look at just that small portion of what occurred that evening, that you do see what could be, again, appears to be a representation of misconduct.
The mayor also says she's opened what she calls a police evaluation over the punch. The man was charged with public drunkenness and disorderly conduct. And here in Philadelphia, a teenager has died and another teen is in the hospital after a double shooting in Germantown. It happened just after 5:30 yesterday afternoon on the unit block of Sharpnack Street. The two 17-year-old victims were shot. One victim was shot in the head, was pronounced dead at the scene. The other was shot in the back and remains in stable condition. Police say witnesses saw two suspects leaving the scene. No arrests at this time. And in Delaware County, wild video shows a hail of bullets being fired in an Upper Darby neighborhood Sunday night. Police say this man fired nearly 24 times at a home on Parkview Road. Upper Darby police say the gunman popped out of a Nissan Altima and started shooting. That's when someone outside the targeted house returned fire.
Fortunately, nobody got hit. But these shooters are bums. They're animals. There's no other way to describe it.
5 people, including 2 children, live inside the house that appeared to be targeted. Police say the people living inside are not cooperating with the investigation, though officers did find the conditions bad enough to close the home. And moving on to your Fox 29 Weather Authority. The Philadelphia area is slated for a more mild election day this Tuesday, with temperatures beginning in the 40s this morning and ending in the lower 60s. Plenty of cloud coverage is in the forecast. And if you're down the Jersey Shore, a few showers. Meanwhile, the National Weather Service has issued its first forecast for snow this season for parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania later this week. Forecasters say light snow is possible Thursday night into Friday morning for those in northwest New Jersey and those up in the Poconos and Lehigh Valley. The Weather Service is emphasizing only light snow accumulations are possible, with forecasters predicting less than 1 inch. Meanwhile, here at home, temperatures are expected to take a dip by Friday with a high of only 45 degrees. And here we have a look at current temperatures in our area. A pretty seasonable 51 degrees up in the Poconos, 55 over in Lancaster, and nearly 60 degrees here in the city of Philadelphia, and the same for down the shore in Wildwood, New Jersey. And looking ahead to our 7-day forecast. Again, a pretty seasonable day this Tuesday, high of 62 degrees. The sun will come out more tomorrow, though with a slight decrease in temperatures with a high of 55 degrees. And by Friday, it will really start to feel like winter, a high of 45 degrees, and around the same for Saturday. And like we said earlier, if you are in northwestern New Jersey and in the Poconos, you could start to see some light snow on Thursday. And don't forget to download the latest version of the Fox 29 Weather Authority app to have the latest forecast right at your fingertips. And in political news this morning, as the impeachment investigation into President Donald Trump unfolds, the lead lawyer for the National Security Council defied a subpoena Monday to appear before House impeachment investigators, as did other White House witnesses, following the president's orders not to cooperate with the probe. And there may be more no-shows on Tuesday. Fox News correspondent Doug Luzader reports this morning from Washington.
We had 4 no-shows yesterday. There may be more today as administration officials refuse to bow to Democrats' demands.
In their crazed thirst for power, the Democrats are trying to tear our country apart.
President Trump at a rally last night in Kentucky, lighting up Democrats as expected. But look at the supporters lined up behind him, wearing shirts that say, "Read the transcript." A nod to President Trump's claim that the transcript of the phone call he made to the president of Ukraine shows he did nothing wrong. But on Capitol Hill, other transcripts are making headlines as Democrats begin to release testimony from witnesses, including former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, who said she was being targeted by President Trump's allies. Other potential witnesses and administration officials, though, are refusing to testify, infuriating Democrats.
This will be further evidence of an effort by the administration to obstruct the lawful and constitutional duties of Congress.
To the media, do your job and print his name.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul last night backed the president, calling for the media to name the whistleblower who touched off the impeachment inquiry. But for other Republicans, this may get dicey.
The president needs to give Republicans a place to lay down on this, which is to say, I wish he hadn't have done that. Right. That was unfortunate, but it's not a subject for impeachment. We've got to move on to more important business.
And we expect to see perhaps 2 more witness transcripts released today as Democrats prepare to open up what has been a closed-door process. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
And in consumer news this morning, Christmas is coming early at Bed Bath & Beyond. Fox Business's Tracy Carrasco has more on what to expect for the holiday shopping season.
I quite often find myself, Tracy, like on Thanksgiving, you've just eaten a big turkey dinner, and you're in need. Oh, that's her new graphic, yeah.
That's intense.
We finally got your new graphic. Instead of the gold and black, it's red, white, and blue.
It's
Looks
pretty.
Good. No, let me get back to what I quite often after Thanksgiving dinner, you know what I need? I need a new shower curtain.
Oh, do you think that?
Yeah, then that Bed Bath Beyond is not open. What? Help me.
Well, now it is. Bed Bath & Beyond announcing they are going to be reversing their Thanksgiving Day policy. They will be open this year for the first time ever, starting at 5 p.m. until midnight on Thanksgiving Day. They'll be offering special discounts, 25% off your purchase, whatever you buy that day, which I don't think they ever really do. And they're also, of course, going to be open on Black Friday from 6 a.m. until I'm not sure when, but Thursday, Thanksgiving, that's going to be the big shopping day. And it's interesting because we've seen a lot of retailers go in the other way, saying we are going to be closed because we want our employees to be with their families. But I think Bed Bath & Beyond realizing that they were missing out on the opportunity, and they've been struggling for some time. So this is probably one thing that they can do to see if they can make up any of that business.
You know, your lower third graphic is not up to speed. It's still black and gold. I'm very disappointed in this. Tracy, is that on our end?
It might be.
Probably.
I don't know. I think so.
No, it's our end. Okay, it's our fault.
Now apologize to Tracy.
Tracy, I apologize to you. You know how much money I've blown at the Bed Bath & Beyond at 60th and 1st Avenue? You ever go to that one?
I have not, no.
Oh.
I usually go to the one on the Upper West Side.
Zoo.
Or downtown.
Speaking of shopping, though, what's the deal with Amazon? What are they doing to get us ready for the holiday?
Amazon is going to be expanding the list of items that they are going to be offering same-day or one-day shipping to for Prime members. So now that list is somewhere around 10 million items available for that extra fast shipping. And this as they try and stay ahead of all the other competition from Walmart and Target, and as they ramp up for the holiday season, because Amazon says this holiday shopping season is going to be shorter than usual. So they want to make things a little more convenient for people. So what better way than to offer this very fast shipping for a lot of things on Amazon.
Seems like a lot of the stores are freaking out. They're like, oh, it's shorter, so they're opening up and doing all this stuff earlier.
Isn't human nature weird? Because obviously it's the same amount of days every year, 365. Why can't you shop before
It is, but it's a week later. Oh, you mean don't pay attention to the holidays?
How about just go out and shop now?
Yeah, but we're not in the spirit.
I think you have fewer weekends and just the timing of it.
But he's
all.
saying regardless of that, just start earlier.
It's still 360.
How many gifts have you bought?
That would be zero, because it's not Christmas Eve.
And I rest my case.
All I do is buy gift cards now.
You're like, my dad does that Christmas Eve shopping, trying to get it to work. It's just, yeah.
I'm a procrastinator.
Yes. Thank you, Tracy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
And on Good Day this morning, If you're looking for some help for becoming a more respectful listener when it comes to you and your family, we have the expert that can help you.
One of the biggest gripes people have is that no one listens to them, but everyone wants to feel heard, right? Well, parents become especially annoyed when the person who isn't listening is their own child, and that can happen at any age. So we want to bring in Sue DeCaro. She says that she can help us become more respectful listeners, and your mother and a grandmother, and you've built a career as a parent, coach, and educator. And so you say you have the key when it comes to building that better communication with your child.
I have some keys.
Some
yes.
keys.
I don't have the key, the magic wand, but yes, some keys. And it's really about perspective. It's about how we look at our children in terms of their ability to listen and be understood, and how we come to it. So the perspective that my child is not actually not trying to hear me and avoid me and not listen, but my child is actually busy doing something else.
Okay, so how we're going to do this is we have our lovely Good Day players. They're back. Karen's going to play the role of the mother, and Mike is going to play the role of the child in different scenarios and different ages. And so we're going to start. This is scenario 1, and this is Mike as a young child. You can tell he's in his bedroom here. And action.
Mike! Mike! Mikey! Mike, I've been calling you.
Look what I found in my bed.
Well, but I need your help. I have got all this work to do around. Can you please help me?
I haven't seen this in 3 years. There's some lint on it. You want some?
Look, I told you, here's the issue. We got to leave right now at 8:32, and you're not ready still. Let's come on downstairs.
How do I know what time it is?
First of all, I've never seen a young child with a voice that deep. He must have went to puberty early.
I also have a tie on.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So even though he may seem like an adult or talk like one, I mean, he still has the attention span of a child, and that's what's going on right here.
Right. And so a parent yelling, which happens all the time all over the world, we yell at our kids thinking that they'll hear us more, was not what needed to happen.
But it's also she was yelling from another room.
She was yelling from another room. He was busy doing something, whether he was playing with the toy, eating a lollipop. He was busy in his own world. And so he doesn't hear her yelling. So the problem with the yelling is that it does no good and it gets the parent's anxiety raised. So by the time the mother gets to the child, she's annoyed. Whereas if we actually come to the child in a way where we are in front of them, we see what they're doing, we save ourselves time and anxiety because we're not screaming for 5 minutes, so angry, and we also are able to get in front of the child and connect with the child in that way without yelling, without creating that anxiety and fear in the child too.
So when it comes to connecting with the child, let's do scenario 2 then. This is now Mike as a teenager.
So I got the job at Wawa.
Mike.
What do I have to do? I got to make hoagies?
Mike, can you look at this
Hoagies?
garbage? It's overflowing.
This
Mike,
is my first job, by the way.
listen, buddy, I
What?
need your help with this. Do you see the trash? It's
I'm on the phone, Mom.
Seriously? Please, it's absolutely overflowing. I need your help with this. You got to get it out of here.
Chill. This my mom. It's just.
We're in the same room. Are we even listening?
Okay, so what happened there?
So, well, first of all, her son was busy on the phone. So
Which my mother would have been like, put that phone down, I'm talking to you.
Well, you know, I think us parents, our kids always come to us when we're on the phone and interrupt our calls. So now we have a parent interrupting a child's conversation about a job, it sounded like. And so we can't talk to our kids when they're on the phone. It's not going to go anywhere. We can't ask them to take out the trash when they're on the phone or anything else. So,
but what do you say to a parent who says, my kid is always on the phone, whether they're scrolling or they're talking, texting?
So that's a great question. I think we really need to sit down with our kids then in off times when we're not looking for them to do something and plan out how can we communicate better? How can I talk with you? You seem to be on the phone all the time. And when the trash needs taking out or the chores needs to be done, how can you take care of the jobs that are yours? So it can't be done in the heat of the moment when a child is on the phone. Yelling, getting angry, it doesn't really create any shift or change. We really need to talk to a child when we can gain their attention again and really communicate in a different way so that we can be heard and respect them as well.
Okay, let's do scenario 3 then. This is Mike as an adult visiting his mom.
Yeah, you can always file an extension.
Mike?
Yeah. No, you just come by my accounting firm and we'll talk about it. But this is not good news for you.
Mike, do you have a minute?
Say what?
I wanted to see how you're doing, honey.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, if you bring by the contracts tomorrow, that should be
Mike,
good.
I'm trying to engage with you.
Yeah, well, I'll see
spend
you.
some
I'll see
time.
you at dinner. I gotta go.
Well, that went well. And somehow he still has the same suit on after all these years. So she was sitting, he was standing, he was also on the phone.
So again, distractions are not a good way to try to communicate. He's on the phone. You can't have a conversation with somebody who's deeply engaged in, with someone else on the phone. And so I think in this particular scenario, it would be important for them to schedule a time when they can talk, to sit down and actually talk eye to eye, because eye contact is also very important in being in front of our children and young adults in being heard. But distractions are huge all over the world in trying to communicate, whether it's a toy, texting, or actually on the phone. We can't get our point across when people are previously engaged.
But what do you say to a parent if they're watching this saying, okay, but this is my house. I'm the adult here. I'm not going to wait for them to finish playing with their toy before I need to tell them to do what they need to do. Or I'm not going to wait for them to get off the phone. They need to get off now. I'm the adult.
So it's time to get in front of them and let them know that this is the time to get rid of the phone, put the toy down, the lollipop, whatever it might be, that is distracting the child from getting ready for school, communicating, etc.
So be assertive with that. Like, hey, it's time to get off. Thank you to our Good Day players, Karen and Mike. Lovely. Until next time. Yes. Hopefully. Oh, look, they're going to encore. Please, no more. Thanks, guys. And thank you. Thank you, Sue DeCaro. We appreciate your advice.
Thank you.
We're going to listen more.
And more on Good Day this morning. A garage sale like you've never seen it before. The high-end items you can find this weekend at Delaware's largest garage sale.
You got to go to this.
Delaware's largest garage sale. Let's get right to it. Who is it?
Lauren.
It's Lauren. Lauren's there. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Mike. I'm Lauren. It's nice to meet you 5 years later. Hey, listen, we're in Delaware in Wilmington, the Junior League of Wilmington putting on a huge garage sale this Saturday. So big, we're here on Tuesday trying to get everything ready. Angela, how are you?
I'm great.
So we're in a little boutique section. You have gowns, wedding gowns, prom dresses. I mean, everything that you could imagine. For how much money are some of these gowns?
They are $15 each. That is it. And
$15.
That's right. They're new or gently used, worn once.
Next to them, some designer shoes, handbags, and some names and labels that women know and love.
That's right. We've got all your friends, Stuart, Tori, Kate, Lily.
Louie.
And Louie, most importantly.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me how this all came about. Why did you guys decide to do this event? It's 36 years in the making.
Yes, we've been doing it since 1980, and it's just a great way to take stuff that we all have clothes in the closet with tags still on, kids stuff that we don't need anymore. And so in 1980, our junior league decided what would be a great way to raise money is take all that stuff and just hold a humongous garage sale. So we do it in a donated space, and it's, a great sale.
I saw when I was over where Chris is going that there's a lot of holiday stuff. So that aisle is like Thanksgiving and Christmas galore.
Full of holiday stuff, and everything is priced below $4 and $5.
I love this. Now, when someone comes in, spends the money, a lot of people want to know, where does my money go? Can you kind of help them with that?
Absolutely. So it's for the Junior League of Wilmington, and our mission is to develop the potential of women to be leaders in the community and to really make a lasting community change.
And 2019 is the year of the woman, so let's go out with a bang, right?
Absolutely, that's right.
Now, we only have a little time to enjoy this, but it's a lot to enjoy. When and where are we so everyone at home knows?
So we are at 3030 Bowers Street in Wilmington, formerly the Opportunity Center, now or soon to be home of Second Chances Farm. And we'll be here Saturday from 8 to 1. Some people might even come before that to camp out overnight for a first crack at the deals.
Has that happened before? You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Every year we see some people, even we're leaving the night before after setup, they'll be out there 10, 11 o'clock at night waiting.
Now, we're on the side where all the home goods and some of the clothes are. There's another section that's far away, too far for us to walk, that has furniture.
Full of furniture. Dressers for $25, buffets for $30, couches for $25 or $30.
This is amazing. So you need to come with the truck if you want to leave with a lot.
Absolutely. If you want some furniture, bring your truck. If you think you're going to shop a lot, bring a little wire card along with you.
How did all this merchandise get here? Is this strictly donations? Did you guys purchase these items? Explain that to me.
Everything is donations. So our members donated things. We had several community donation days. And then many businesses donated new merchandise that they no longer had use for, sort of at the end of the summer season and that sort of thing.
This is incredible. You got to start putting tags on stuff, prices.
We do. We still have some prices to put on, but we are pretty far along with our setup and we'll be ready for Saturday.
You've done well. I mean, things are hanging on the wall, on the tables. I think it looks great in here. Well, congratulations. Good luck. What time do you think people should come if they're going to come on Saturday?
I would start to arrive probably by 7 or 7:30 to get in the sort of big first wave of people that come in.
Okay, gotcha. Well, good luck. I know it's going to be a busy Saturday for you.
It will, but we're really looking forward to it.
No, can you believe this, guys? Humongous deals, lots of options.
So much. Wow.
And that is going to do it for us today at Fox 29's News Now. Be sure to catch us again tomorrow and follow us at fox29.com as well as our mobile app and across social media. And thank you for joining us this morning.